Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be choosing a book by Lane Smith. It's a little bit of a off-the-wall kind of book, but given this week's assignment on the different types of authors with a sense of humor, I thought that it would be a fitting book for this week's presentation. So the book that I chose by Lane Smith is called It's a Book. And it's a very simple book with a dialogue that happens between a monkey, an older monkey, and a younger jackass. And so just given the explicit use of language, if you will, it would probably be best to use this book with older kids. Some people say that the book can be used anywhere from the ages 3 to 99, but I could see the class getting a little bit out of hand just with the language used. So the characters are introduced quickly in the book, and basically it's just an exchange between the jackass and the older monkey about what the monkey's doing. He's reading a book, and the jackass can't really understand, do you turn it on? Do you charge it? Does it need a password? How do you connect with it? And so the dialogue goes back and forth between the two of them throughout the book, and at the end, the monkey lets the jackass look at the book, and the jackass is like, oh, this is pretty cool. I think I'm going to read this. And so the monkey's like, okay, fine, I'll go off to the library and get myself my own book. And the jackass says, well, how do I plug it in and charge it when I'm finished? And then the monkey says, you don't, you jackass. It's a book. And so definitely there's some figurative language in there that you could build some lessons on. So two ways which I would connect it to my class would be definitely a study of idioms. And a fun activity that I could do is there's actually a website, I think it's just actually idioms.com, but don't quote me on that. But there's a website that lists all the different idioms that there are. And it would be fun to write them on a piece of paper, put them in the hat, and go around the class and have everybody choose 2 or 3 different idioms. And then they could draw a picture representation of it and stand up in front of the class and see if people could guess what the idiom was. So if it was raining cats and dogs, little Johnny would draw a picture of clouds and cats and dogs falling from the sky, and then stand in front of the class and see who could guess what the idiom was. The other connection I made would just be through history. It would be an interesting starting point for kids to just get some ideas about how print has developed over the years, and maybe collaboratively as a group we could do a timeline that showed the different parts of history and what text looked like as it was developing through history. So there you have it. That's the book by Lane Smith, and it's called It's a Book.